These happenings come in alternating flashes. What a vague, possibly condescending, sometimes even pretentious question to ask. Yet, it's a difficult one to answer. The possibilities of the potential responses are endless, but I find myself capitalizing more on what I didn't do rather than what I did. When you spent almost a year losing perspective and trying to keep from derailing this track you thought you were on, these happenings come in alternating flashes. The battle between having done the best I could and not doing the things I wanted to leads me to a third question: what could I have done? But in a world filled with too many ifs, it's best to forget that question and only focus on the original one. It's the question I ask myself in times of losing sleep. It's the question I ask to keep conversation going even though I've really grown to hate small talk. It's the question I'm asking in this video because I wanted to do something different with this annual thing I do, without going too in-depth about how it's a miracle that I'm still standing at all. What did you do this year? More specifically, what did I do? By now, it's all one blurry mess. I didn't do half the things I should have. But thinking about those things sometimes leads me to remember the things I did do. And like I said, they come in alternating flashes. Flurries of red and green and yellow and purple pulsing lights dancing across the faces of unfamiliar people. And only wanting to see the backs of my eyelids because I had only gotten 3 hours of sleep and only had 5.5 already scheduled hours to get ready before getting on the road again. It was being happy about the circumstances even though I was so tired. It was screaming parts of the lyrics to some song about gas station parking lots, plastic guns, and growing up when you've got nothing better to do. I did this thing called staring at the stars to feel like you're smaller than you really are. I put my ideas into video and that video to songs, and those songs to moments that seemed too good to be true. It was realizing the people who really mattered never pointed out your flaws or negative emotions for the worse. I learned how to find beauty in things like wet roads on the interstate, Christmas lights on white walls at night, and tears for the right reasons. It was becoming okay with finding myself in my weakest moments. And nothing is more confusing than letting a song about finding your way back home be the soundtrack to an adventure, even though you don't know where home is yet. It was counting the exit numbers down, then back up with every mile we logged. So what did I do? Not a lot, but somehow that was enough.
I'm just an addict for the moment when the magic is made. And when you are who you really are, it can put you through hell. Spend a day in the skin that you wanna live in and see how it feels while the world sleeps under my feet tonight. I'm chasing myself in the sky while the world under my feet tonight. I'll be up here learning to fly. When you know you can't let go, when your heart already knows. Sure it'll hurt, but it's worth every burn, 'cause one day you'll get home. Still it feels like I am always on the red. It feels like I am always on the red. I'm finding myself these days looking down from the window shade. I'm counting lines on houses when I should be counting sheep. Truth is that I can't complain. I'll do it over and over again and over again. While the world sleeps under my feet tonight, I'm chasing myself in the sky. While the world sleeps under my feet tonight, I'll be up here learning to fly.
You know what? I take that back. I tend to measure the amount of productivity and travel on how much time I don't spend at home or how many miles I pass. And even though I didn't do a lot of either, like I said, it still feels like it was enough. It's this thought. We drive in cars and we fly in planes, and running parallel next to trains on their tracks is expected until you have to stop at a crossing to let it pass. And then, and only then, do you realize that train crossings are a lot like your life's path, in you expect it to stop you, but you don't know when or for how long. What do you do when the train stops you? You stop, and you wait for it to pass. I did a lot of waiting for things to pass. What did you do?